Good morning, Horizon West students and staff. It is Monday, January 22nd. We're glad you're here. It's going to be a great week this week at Horizon West. I have a couple things I want to share with you as we get started on the week. So first of all, I want to remind each of you that you need to have a lock on your locker. We really know that that's a skill you need to have. You're going to need that skill as you move into the 7th and 8th grade and into the high school. If you are struggling with your lock, please ask a parent or a teacher for help. If you need a lock, you can purchase them at the Dollar Tree for $1. I know they also have them at Menards for about $1.50. But you do need a lock and you need to practice it. I found that the best thing to do is to practice it when it's not on the locker a whole bunch so you know the numbers really well, and then to practice it on the locker when you're not in a rush. So it's really important that you get that skill down. If you need help, ask a trusted adult, okay? The next thing I want to share with you is Friday's going to be PJ Day. We won the Penny Award. Whoa, go West! And so Friday is our reward day, and it's a school-wide pajama day. The typical dress code applies, so appropriate pajamas, please. Make sure you bring your tennis shoes for Fayed and your snow gear for outside, because we'll still go outside for recess. Next thing I want to talk to you a little bit about is this week I have a challenge for you. The challenge is to do a little more. So I want you to do a little more than you normally would do. So if you're reading, I want you to read a little bit longer. If you're working in class, I want you to work a little harder. I want you to listen a little more. I want you to be smiling a little bit more. So do a little more. And I want to see what a little more, what kind of difference that can make. I think it's going to make a big difference. Sometimes just taking that extra step and saying hello to somebody when you smile at them, or putting in a little extra effort on that assignment that's tough can make all the difference in the world in how successful you are, how happy your day is, and how well things go for you. So the challenge this week is to do a little more. And I also have one last thing I want to share with you. So I'm going to start trying to share some of my favorite books. I love to read. I've always been a reader. When I was a kid in the small town I grew up in, I went to the library several times a week. I always had a book I was reading. I was lucky that I had, just like you do, a wonderful school librarian. You guys have Miss Potter. I had a wonderful Miss Amundsen was my school librarian. Miss Amundsen was very kind and always would help me find a book that was a good fit. So I want to share some books with you because books are one of my passions. So today I'm sharing the book Because of Mr. Terupt. And it is a great story. It's about a group of students there's 7 of them. It's told from all their different perspectives, and I think that's what's really cool. You're going to find somebody here who you identify with. There's all kinds of different students in the book, and they have a wonderful teacher. And something happens in the book that changes all of their lives. It's a very sad story, but it's also a very happy story. It's exciting, and it really makes you think about your relationships with everybody and how everybody's kind of got a backstory that we don't necessarily know about. But it shapes who we are. And so it's really a great book. I really recommend it. It's a series too, so if you get into it, there's more to the story past this first book. So I know we have this book in our library. I have one copy that I'm willing to borrow. Somebody, you can see I've read it a couple times, and I have some students who also read it. I've got a corner missing, but I do have one that's available if someone would like to borrow it from me. So I always love to hear about what book you're reading too. So if you see me, I'd love to hear what book you're reading now and get suggestions from you so I can put them on my list for my books to read next. So have a great week. I hope to see you in the hallway. Have a fantastic day.